Hey everybody, it's Harold with Nurse Angie Reviews and Adventures. I wanted to talk to you today about some of the stuff that we use when we do all of our videos. As you know, we're changing some of the videos. We're always going to be doing what we've always been doing. It's Angie's channel. But we're adding a different variety of stuff into the channel as well. And some of that requires some action cameras, things like that. So the first thing is lighting. You may not know it, but I collect all kinds of different flashlights. I absolutely love high-end, high-performance lights, and I can't get enough of them. But over the years of being a high-end light collector, I was a high-end light reviewer, and I know quite a bit about lights now, which was kind of helpful when you need good lighting. So we use a variety of headlamps and normal torches, because a lot of what we do is at night. A good example is the Black Diamond Storm. This is just a freaking madhouse of a light. Let me go back in. And we'll just cycle through all the different modes. I mean, it's a bonkers light. It's a little bit expensive for a headlamp, but again, you have spot, you have flood, you have red, blue, green. Red for blood tracking. No, red for night vision, blue for blood tracking, and green because green is cool. It has an incredible floodlight on it. It is water IP67, so it can withstand quite a bit of water. You could also get a battery pack, I believe, for that. I want to say I'm correct. There's a proximity thing. I haven't had much of a chance to play with this light yet. Let me see if I can get it to work here. Change modes. Yeah, there you go. So you saw it, I was able to touch it, and there's a little sensor right there. I have yet to learn how to use that. But you could tap that sensor and actually change settings, dim it, I believe, so pretty cool. That's one headlamp I'm learning to use. One headlamp I really adore is the Streamlight, an American-made light. This is the Streamlight Enduro. This thing is got on high on my list pretty quickly. I deal with a lot of foreign lights, and you know, dealing with American lights was a little different. They're great, but they're different. And this is a light that's really got my attention lately. See a little bit of pulse width in there. That's not a good thing. Pulse width modulation, a little blurry, but this is a solid light. I've been starting to use this light a little bit and learn a little bit more. It's an easy light, but I don't know. It's just got this beautiful beam pattern. It's really hard to beat. It's about 30 bucks, I want to say, and it is an American-made light by an American-made company, Streamlight. It's a good light. I am so impressed, especially with these lights. Seeing is believing. You're just going to have to find a light that works for you and get it out there and try it out and see what you think of it. Run it through its paces. Let me see if I can remember the mode settings on this. Bear with me here. Yeah. So with this one, you got to press and hold. This is your flood. Press and hold. Now you have your reds. You got a few different modes on the reds. Press and hold again, and you have your spot. So really brilliant light, really nice light. It actually came this little plastic cover. You could take that yellow cover off and it'll be black. Nice little light. Another really nice simple one is a Black Diamond Astro. Very simple light. If you don't want the craziness of the spot, you want something a little lighter on your head, this really good looking light would be a good choice. Press and hold. I think this was just a very simple light. It does do dimming. So you can press and hold, and both of the Black Diamonds will do that. So you can just press and hold, and you could ramp up or ramp down in the intensity. Black Diamonds seem to have really nice headbands. And on the ones that are not like APX 67 or 66 rated, which is almost pretty much fully waterproof, water will get in these. will intrude, it'll still operate. But the thing you got to remember is when you get home, take your batteries out. That's coming from a backpacker, trust me. My fourth headlamp that I use, and this guy has a lot of miles on him. That's the Phoenix HM50R, and you can see she's seen a few things. She's been around the block. That's a newer headband. That's a replacement headband. I like this light in particular, and this is one of the reasons why. You could use primary cells, and by primary cells I mean not rechargeable. That's a lithium primary cell. Why is that important? Well, I live in Ohio, and I'm an outdoors person. So 123 primaries do very, very well. Very, very well in cold weather, whereas lithium-ion rechargeables, unless it's a more expensive breed of it, they fail miserably when it's really cold. So when we're out doing these videos, and especially myself, often I'll have a headlamp on, and I've got like 30 headlamps, but those are the first 4 that I really think of. And Nurse Angie, she's got a few headlamps of her own that she's starting to grow into. But the common theme here is quality. There is no $1 headlamp in this house. It just doesn't work that way. There's quite a bit of money sitting right here. But it's a buy once, cry once deal. You do your homework, you buy the best that you can afford. And hey, you know, I make a hobby out of just collecting this stuff. And then using it, that's just the icing on the cake, right? So that's some of the headlamps. Let me move those beauties over here. Now, we're also going to talk about some of the cameras we use. Like our Canon, our Sony, and our DJI, which is awesome. But let's talk a little bit about lanterns. Sometimes some of the backdrop lighting we use is from little lanterns. This is a little lipstick lantern, the Phoenix CL09. If I got dirty fingernails, I'm not apologizing. I was doing stuff today. But yeah, this is a brilliant little light. The CL09, highly recommended. It is magnetic. It will stick to things, like so. You see it has a clip on it you could use. Awesome, awesome little light. Let me see if I can find a battery for that, and I'll show you. If you hear heavy breathing, that's not me. That's my dog. Before you weirdos were thinking I was doing something weird on this video. So, yeah, that was the dog. So, with this, you turn it on, you twist. Half twist out. Keep twisting it, it keeps getting brighter. Right? So that is a brilliant little light. It uses primary 123s or rechargeable 16340s. This a little beauty. Oh god, this thing is so awesome. Another Phoenix light. You could use 2 primary cells or a rechargeable 18650. Got a little clip up top. You can mount this. Oh, there's a magnet stuck to it. You can mount that to a tripod base. Alright, so here's how it works. Got a battery indicator to let you know where your battery strength is. So that's mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, half mode for directional lighting, bottom light again, then quick press for red, then another press for red strobe. And that is that one. Another light I really fall in love with is the Streamlight Siege. This thing is awesome sauce. Nice little clip in the bottom. It's well made. You could take this off and operate it like a mule. In the flashlight community, something like that, a reflector is a mule. So, a good example of that is, there you go. Boy, I hate seeing pulse width modulation. I really do. Has red lights as well. Again, you can put the glow back on and there you are good to go. So again, just a few of the lanterns we would use. And there's different situations where I would need something like that, like when I'm camping or backpacking. But you would be surprised when I'm backpacking how much I don't take with me. short of horrifying sometimes. Some of the lights that we use. I use a collection of a lot of Phoenix and Olight flashlights. When I want some distance, I will use the Olight Warrior X Pro. This thing is an absolute beast. Beautiful light. Got a few miles on it, not too bad. It's not that old of a light, but you can already see some wear marks on it. What a beautiful light that is too. I mean, she's just absolutely just, that bezel is just massive and blue and just in your face, right? It's a 2-mode light. Low, high. That's it. That's all the modes are. That's all you need with this thing. So I take this light out if I need to punch out distance a little further for a video. This is definitely one I can hold in my hand and whoosh and just let her rip. More lights that we have. Of course there's more lights. Little pocket carry lights like this little brass Olight i3, little AAA light. You absolutely have to adore that little light. Another light I carry a lot, one I'm starting to learn to carry, or by learn I just don't know if I want to carry, is the copper i5R from Olight. It's a beautiful light though. The only problem is she's heavy. Right? 2-mode light. So if I don't carry those, which I don't often, one light I definitely will be carrying is a very lightweight Phoenix E12. For what we do in the adventure stuff, there could be a multitude of reasons that I would carry a light like that. For one, it's got the right kind of belt clip. It's easy to use. It uses AA batteries. You could use rechargeable AA batteries. And you know, when we're doing our adventures, I always carry a third light source. I always carry 3 sources of light. That's important in these adventures. You never know. Another beast is the M2R Pro. That's kind of a one-size-fits-all kind of a light. Another intimidating beast of a light. Beautifully built light. It's just a good all-arounder. Kind of does everything well. It uses the larger batteries. Sometimes we'll use that. A light that I absolutely adore. This is, oh man, I am telling you, I just love this light. This is the M2T Warrior from Olight. It uses an 18650 battery, but here's the reason I like it so much. And it's like a lot of my other lights. I could use primary cells in it for cold weather, or the 18650. So when we're out doing adventures and it's cold and we need a light, that's going to be going with me. It's simply because of the primary cells, they do not struggle in the cold. So another light that I've just gotten in is the Pd36 Tack from Phoenix. This one has the custom topo engraving. It has went on an overnight adventure. If you hear that horrible sound, that's my dog scratching on the hardwood floor. This has went on a walk with us where we saw the coyote. You'll see that video released. And this was one of those lights. An excellent light. Absolutely love it. I love, that was my cat pretty much trying to destroy the whole situation here. Little tactical switch. Like, I'm not going to get into these too much. Just kind of give you an overview of what we use. This absolutely awesome light, the Phoenix PD36R. As you can see, a lot of my lights, with the exception of a few, are not shelf queens. They get used. And even the ones in my shelf queens are probably going to get scratched up and banged up. This, guys, if you get one light, get that one. Get that light. Past anything else here. This or the Pd36 Tack. Hell, get them both. You'll thank me later on this. Just trust me on it. I'm telling you, you will be amazed at this light. It is just a 5-star light all the way around. Beautiful build quality. It throws hard. It floods great. It's easy to use. What's there not to love? Next in this little arena is this absolute beast. This is the Olight Seeker 3 Pro. Just got this light on board. It is in one of the videos where we did the cemetery. This was the second light I was using. 4 LEDs, 4,000 lumens. Yeah, this is the real deal right here. It's got the little dial switch, intensity, battery life. The dial takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you start to get used to it, it kind of makes sense. So, heck of a light, you know. I mean, it's not the kind of light you're going to jam in your pocket, right? I mean, let's face it. This is the kind of light you're going to jam in your pocket, or a AA or a AAA light. This isn't it. Last, let's talk a little bit about the cameras that we use. Our budget constrains us from going out and getting $30,000, $10,000 cameras. That's just the way it goes. But doing our research early on, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and if you count my videos and her videos, we've done close to 600 videos. And the vast majority of them were done on that right there. That very camera. We have, I think, 4 of these in our stable. And you talk about a camera that has performed. You see the little pinks, the little paint spots? That just signifies his and hers. We both have our own cameras. Mine has that salmon color, her has more of a purple. But these are the Canon Vixia HF R800s. This is being filmed on one of these right now. And I'm telling you, this thing is the bomb. I'm not saying that because whatever reason. Well, let me get in the camera view here, huh? There we go. I love these things. These cameras have been so reliable. Guys, we have beat the hell out of these things. That is not an exaggeration. You could probably look and see all kinds of chips and dings in the shell of it. What a cheap and good investment these were. And the other nice thing about these is they have a microphone in. That was one of the reasons that we got them. Because of that mic in. It's so much easier to talk and do videos like this when we have a mic in. Plus we could use a dual mic and her and I can both do the talking head thing. Easy peasy. A camera we're just starting to test out is the Sony Handycam 405. I don't know yet. We're kind of on the fence with it. It's a good looking little camera. It weighs absolutely nothing. One of its biggest strengths is that battery in there. It's ridiculous. You talk about a weight difference. I'm going to have to weigh these head to head, but this thing's probably 30-40% less in weight. May not seem like a big deal, but when you're filming for umpteen hours, you know, it kind of catches up with you. Still learning this camera a little bit. It's got some issues that we're not too sure of just yet. One of them being just doesn't like to focus on the fly real well, so we're still learning this camera. It's got a lot of potential. We found it's not the greatest at night. It really struggles at night. Like I said, we're still in the trial phase. We got 2 of these. We got 4 of the Canons. So far, I mean, it's fair. I'm going to give it a fair rating. The place where it excels is the weight. It weighs nothing. It's kind of ridiculous. This is our last little camera, this little jewel right here. We did have a Gopro. The problem with the GoPro, and I'm sure many of you agree, was the bastard would freeze up and hard lock on you all the time. This is the Osmo Action. This is from DJI. These are the same people that make those killer little drones that fly around. And, man, what's there not to love with this thing? This thing is awesome. Let me see if it'll turn on. This thing is extra awesome and cool, all in the same boat. I love this camera. I have never turned it on, so let's see. There we go. There we go. And we're recording. So this little guy is more of our action camera. We're going to be using it quite a bit. The fit and the finish on this thing. We own some DJI drones, so we're really familiar with the quality of their product. And my God, you know, you talk about solid as it gets. This stuff, this equipment is top shelf. So that's just kind of a little overview of what we have. We're going to go over the cameras a little bit better. I think I'd like to do kind of a head-to-head between those two and film very similar things in very different environments and kind of put them head-to-head. Because this Vixia, I'm telling you, people have talked about these for YouTubers. This was the camera to get on a budget. This was the one. This was the one to beat. So, on that note, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell us what you liked, tell us what you didn't like. Drop in the comments below what you think of what some of the equipment is, that just like the lighting and the cameras that we use. Alright, see you on the next one. Cheers.